So, bonjour, mesdames et messieurs, bienvenue à tous. Hello everyone, welcome. Comme vous avez vu, nous avons eu un matin spécial avec les enfants ce matin qui nous ont posé des questions. Je m'appelle François-Philippe Champagne and I am the Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Finance of Canada. Je suis, comme on l'a dit plus tôt, le secrétaire parlementaire du ministre des Finances du Canada, l'honorable Bill Morneau. Nous passons maintenant à la cérémonie pour annoncer qui va être la femme emblématique qui va figurer sur un billet de banque en 2018. We will do a quick set change, and I think we've achieved that. As we move to the more formal part of our program, the ceremony to announce the iconic women who will be on a banknote in 2018. J'aimerais inviter le ministre des Finances, qui est déjà avec nous, l'honorable Bill Morneau, qui est avec nous ce matin, and the Minister of Status of Women, the Honorable Patty Hajdu, and they are already with me on stage, and they will be interacting with us this morning. So, but to start things off, I would like to ask our friend, the Governor of the Bank of Canada, Mr. Stephen Poloz, to say a few words. Governor, I think I saw you. You're somewhere in the crowd. Here you come. Mr. Poloz, Governor, the floor is yours.
Well, distinguished guests, welcome. Everybody, welcome. What a great day, an historic day. We're always going to remember this day. J'aimerais dire un grand merci à tous les jeunes qui sont venus ce matin pour participer à cet événement. Je suis très fier d'être ici avec le ministre des Finances et le ministre de la Condition féminine pour annoncer qui va être la femme canadienne sur un de nos billets de banque. La Banque du Canada est responsable de la conception, de la fabrication et de la distribution des billets de banque canadiens. Et sur les billets de banque, nous pouvons célébrer la diversité de la culture et de la société canadienne. As Governor of the Bank, and along with Carolyn Wilkins, our Senior Deputy Governor, I've long believed that it was time for a woman, in addition to Her Majesty, to be on one of Canada's banknotes. And we also heard from Canadians who told us that it was long overdue. So we're very pleased when the Minister asked the bank to move forward in our search to find an iconic Canadian woman for our banknotes. We started by asking Canadians, and let me tell you, they told us. The response was amazing. Within 2 days, we received over 10,000 nominations. It became clear that this search for an iconic woman was engaging Canadians in a very personal way. Some people looked within their own profession. Engineers Googled women engineers. Some of my economist colleagues searched for women economists or computer scientists and statisticians. Some people looked at their alma maters, notable women of Queen's or Mount Allison or UBC. Other people looked geographically, finding women who represented their part of the country. Teachers used the nomination process as a way to teach children about Canada's history. School kids told us who should be on the money. With every click or page or book turned, with every kitchen table discussion or classroom debate, Canadians learned more about the women who built Canada. We received more than 26,300 submissions, representing 461 eligible names submitted. And then the hard part. We turned it over to an independent advisory council. Now, this advisory council, made up of eminent Canadian academic, sport, cultural, and thought leaders, carefully went through all of the nominations. And after much research and deliberation, they narrowed down the list of eligible Canadian women from 461 to 12. What a task that was. Now, several of the members of the Advisory Council are here today, so please let me thank you for all of your hard work. Your role in this process has been critical, and you should be very proud. With that list of 12, we consulted Canadians again. And then we gave the Advisory Council another difficult task, whittling down the list to 5 extraordinary Canadian women. J'étais très fier de la liste que nous avons fournie au ministre. Cette liste de 5 finalistes était le résultat d'un processus de consultation très complet. Nous avons consulté les Canadiens et nous les avons écoutés. Je sais que ce nouveau billet de banque va nous inspirer tous, mais surtout les jeunes Canadiens. Ils vont avoir la certitude que les contributions des Canadiens et des Canadiennes sont reconnues et valorisées. And now, let me turn things over to Minister Morneau. Minister.
Well, of course, I'd like to start by thanking the Governor. It's been an incredible honor to work with him and his team on such an important and historic project of truly national significance. I want to thank all of the people at the Banque for the leadership and ongoing hard work to make this dream of ours, and it truly is a dream of ours, into a reality. Bonjour à tout le monde. It's truly a great honor for me to be here to talk about this today. I think it's obvious from the discussion that we just had with the young people in the room that Canada has a very bright future in front of it. So thank you, all of you. I had a brief chance this morning to look around at the Museum of History, and there's more than, I'm sure, millions of stories that have shaped our country and its history and its place in our world that are represented right here in this place. From the rich and proud traditions of our Indigenous peoples, to the first settlers of our country, to the millions of people from all over the world who now call Canada home, we really do owe a debt of gratitude to those who came before us and who made us who we are today. Today we're going to tell just one of those stories as we celebrate the role that women have played throughout our history in Canada. En mars dernier, à l'occasion de la Journée internationale des femmes, le Premier ministre Trudeau, le gouverneur Poloz et moi-même étions heureux d'annoncer qu'une femme canadienne allait enfin figurer sur un de nos billets de banque. C'est une journée très importante aujourd'hui. Depuis, comme le gouverneur a dit, plusieurs milliers de Canadiens ont pris le temps de réfléchir à quelle femme devrait figurer sur notre monnaie. Ce n'était pas facile, parce que tout au long de notre histoire, on trouve des femmes extraordinaires qui ont fait des contributions remarquables. Et permettez-moi de vous dire que la femme choisie, la finaliste, représente le courage, la force, la détermination et la dignité, des qualités admirables que nous devons tous essayer de vivre chaque jour. I want to thank the Banque and the members of the Advisory Council for whittling the thousands of submissions to just 5 women who inspire, made significant change, left a lasting legacy, and broke or overcome barriers. Your work taught us all a little bit more about our own history and the women who've shaped it. And as Minister of Finance, I can tell you that I had the very, very, very difficult choice of just finding one, and that was an enormous challenge. One woman whose image will represent the countless individual actions, moments, and contributions that changed all of our lives for the better. But before I say any more, we have a very special guest with us today to help us with the big reveal. The sister of the extraordinary woman that we're going to talk about is here with us. So I want you to please join me in welcoming Mrs. Wanda Robson to the stage.
Okay.
So we're going to go over. So you're going to stand right there, right here, right in front of me. And so what we're going to do, if you want to come back a bit.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is I'm going to say something, and then we're going to do the reveal.
C'est un grand privilège pour moi d'annoncer officiellement aujourd'hui, c'est vraiment un grand plaisir d'annoncer le femme qui va être sur le nouveau billet canadien de $10. C'est l'histoire de cette femme et nous rappeler que les brefs moments de courage et dignité peuvent changer nos vies. I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, that it's a great pleasure for me today to announce officially the woman who will be on our new Canadian $10 bill. She reminds all of us today and future generations that moments of courage and dignity can truly change our lives forever. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so pleased to announce Viola Desmond.
Thank you. Thank you. All of you. Thank you. Now
I'll introduce you, and then you're going to speak from your chair.
thank you.
So let's go back over to the picture.
Want to start?
Oh.
Well, hello, everyone. Bonjour. Thank you, Governor. Excuse me while I collect myself. That was an emotional moment. I have the pleasure of introducing our special guest speaker this morning, Viola Desmond's sister, Wanda Robson. And we owe a lot to Wanda. It's because of Wanda that we know Viola Desmond's story. At 70 years old, Wanda was at Cape Breton University, where she eventually received her Bachelor of Arts degree. And in a class on race relations, the professor described Viola's efforts in court to overturn her conviction. And that class inspired Wanda to begin to tell Viola's story far and wide. She wrote a book. She gave many interviews. and she made sure that Canadians knew about her big sister. Mais si vous voyagez dans le temps, dans les années 1930 et 1940, et vous habitiez le quartier noir de Halifax, il est fort possible que vous auriez connu Viola. Elle était une femme d'affaires prospère. Elle était fondée une école. Elle était une leader dans sa communauté. Elle était intelligente, éduquée et ambitieuse. Et un jour, elle a dû confronter le racisme. And after that, she discovered that Canada was not ready to recognize racism and its shameful companion, segregation. The discrimination and racism that Viola Desmond experienced that day in New Glasgow should never have happened. And reparations for the injustice that she suffered have been a very long time coming. In 2010, Viola Desmond was granted a free pardon after posthumously by the then Lieutenant Governor of Nova Scotia, Mayanne Francis, to make sure that everyone would know that she was guilty of nothing. The Premier of Nova Scotia also issued an apology. So we're here today because both Viola and her sister Wanda advocated passionately for change and for the rights and dignity that all Canadians deserve. And we're also here because of Myrna Forster, who, as you may know, started the public campaign to feature a woman on a Canadian banknote. Under Myrna's leadership, more than 70,000 people added their voices to this campaign, and after years of perseverance, her efforts have paid off. So this spirit of activism is the force that allows us to make progress together as a society on difficult issues like racism and sexism and inequality. After seeing firsthand what advocacy can achieve, I am confident that Canada will be able to overcome whatever challenges it faces with bravery and dignity and grace, just like Viola Desmond displayed. And her efforts remind us that the change that we fight for is often for the benefit of those who will follow us. So thank you, Viola. And thank all of you very much. Merci beaucoup. And now let's take a moment to watch a video that will remind us of that fateful day in 1946.
Moi, j'étais seulement venue pour voir un film.
Par terre, s'il vous plaît. Je peux pas vendre étiquette pour le parterre à des gens comme vous.
Comment ose-t-il? Je pourrais me permettre le billet le plus cher. J'ai ma propre entreprise. Mais ils ont refusé mon argent. On m'a laissé là toute la nuit.
De quoi on vous accusait?
D'avoir refusé de payer la taxe d'entrée. Mais c'était à cause de ma couleur.
Sœur Desmond, défendez-vous et votre communauté va vous appuyer.
As-tu idée des conséquences que ça va avoir dans notre vie?
Alors, qu'est-ce que vous allez faire?
Mon devoir.
L'exemple de Viola Desmond a inspiré le mouvement des droits civils en Nouvelle-Écosse. Sa réhabilitation 63 ans plus tard a reconnu l'injustice de sa condamnation.
All I wanted was to see a movie. One down, please.
I can't sell downstairs tickets to you people.
How dare they? I could afford to buy the more expensive ticket. I run my own business. But they refused to take my money. They left me there all night. On what charge? They said I didn't pay the theater tax. But it was really about color.
Sister Desmond, appeal this conviction and your community will stand behind you.
Do you have any idea what this will do to us?
So what are you going to do? Make it right.
Viola Desmond's case inspired Nova Scotia's civil rights movement. She was pardoned 63 years later based on the injustice of her conviction.
I guess, okay. Oh, what can I say? Look at it. This is much, much more than I expected. This whole thing. I better get on and talk to you about Viola. Thank you, Governor. And thank you, Minister Morneau, Minister Hajdu. Good morning, everyone. Bonjour. So many times I've been asked, what would I have done if this had happened to me, or if I had been asked to move to the black section in a movie theater? What would you have done? It's something to think about, isn't it? But let me say today, what a day. I'm so proud that me and my family are experiencing this. It's a big day to have a woman on a banknote. It's a really big day to have my big sister on the note. I'm here today to tell you something about my sister Vi. 3 things I would like you to remember. Viola was passionate about people. She inspired them as she inspires us. Viola, I say Viola, I always called her Vi. This is sticking here. Yeah. She inspires us, people today, as she inspired people years ago. Successful hairdressers connected with their customers, but Vi really cared about her customers. And not just her customers, their families, and especially their children. The next thing I'd like to tell you about is Viola was passionate about education. She believed that you could only be successful in life through education, especially if you were a young black person. If I used bad grammar, she always corrected me in a nice way, of course. All the time. I loved her, but she kind of drove me kind of a little crazy at times. Yeah, well, she wanted me to be seen as an educated person. The last thing I'd like you to remember about Viola, that she was a lady. If you wanted another person other than the Queen to be on a bill, you've chosen the right person. At least I think so. Viola was well-spoken and dignified. She was elegant with perfect manners, and she treated everyone with respect. I'm speaking of her now, and I can see her. I can see her. It's so wonderful that I've had the opportunity to, after all these years, to talk about her and to pass on what I know about her. Viola's okay. I had a pause, a senior moment. Yeah. You know, I meet people and talk about people a great deal. And one time, I went to a school, and there were two little girls there, one girl black and one girl white, with their arms around each other's shoulders. We're best friends, they said. And I looked at the one, I thought, and then they told me how Viola had inspired them. Well, those two little girls inspired me, as they should in all of us. I wish to finish by saying how proud I am. I'm so proud. I'm so proud I'm almost to tears. You know, really, it's so hard to express how I feel as a sister and a member of her family. That it is. This isn't in my script. This is me. I have to share with you, to try to share with you. I keep saying how I feel. Well, when I was told that she would be on the stamp, not the stamp, she is on a stamp. I'm old, you know. I'm getting old, you know. But that she would be on a bill, I could hardly believe it. This isn't drama. This is me. I mean, I'm almost 90, and I've lived this long to see this, and for you to see this historical moment. This isn't even written here. I just have to tell you. What a wonderful group, and I hope you feel the way I do. And I want you to know how honored my family feels. Emily Clark in Montreal, she's 103. And my sister Eugenie Paris, she's here today. Hi, Jeannie. You feel like I do, don't you? I don't know where you are, but I'm here, and I love you. If only our mother and father were here, how proud they would be. My mom, I think we all got this idea of education from our mother. She said, if you don't have education, where will you go? What will you do? And I really know if Viola was here, how she would feel. She would be so very proud. And that's not it. No, she would be so. There's a section here left out. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But I'd like to stay longer. But I can't. I have my orders. But I'd like to thank. I'm going to add this. As I said, I thank the governor. I thank everybody that had their hand in this, and most of all, I thank my family, my niece, my son, who is here today, my daughter Sarah, and my nieces and nephews, and most of all, I'd love to thank my husband, who was with me every step of the way. I couldn't have done anything without him. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
So, ladies and gentlemen, You're proud, but you made us proud, I can say. So on behalf of everyone, I just want to say thank you. Thank to the students for being with us this morning. Thanks everyone. Thanks family. Thanks the whole community for being with us. Merci à vous tous de votre participation pour cette matinée historique. Pour les médias, évidemment, prière de suivre nos collègues pour faire des entrevues. Thank you everyone. Thanks to the kids. Thanks to the family. I think we all lived together a very inspirational moment. Have a safe journey back home. Thank you very much.